Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall, the new Chelsea signing who you might not know much about. Why have they chosen him? How will he fit into Maresca's system? And what does this mean for Chelsea's other midfielders? As a Leicester fan who has been watching him closely for years, I hope to answer those questions for you today. Dewsbury-Hall started his youth career at Leicester City when he was just 8 years old and progressed through the academy of his boyhood club, including being named the Development Squad Player of the Year in his latter seasons. A first senior appearance for the club came in an FA Cup game at the age of 21, before leaving on loan 2 days later to join Blackpool for the remainder of the season to get some experience. Following on from that promising spell, Dewsbury-Hall signed a new 4-year contract at Leicester City before setting off to Luton Town on a season-long loan. This was a breakthrough year where he picked up 4 awards at Luton's award ceremony, including the Players' Player of the Season. This year was the big break for KDH, as he then went on to make his Premier League debut for Leicester in the following season and also scored his first goal for the club in a huge Europa League game away at Napoli. Turning himself into a first-team regular, this season was so good for Kiernan that he was rewarded with another long-term contract with Leicester until 2027. Unfortunately, the next season was not as kind, as Leicester found themselves getting relegated thanks to Brendan Rodgers, and so we reached the meeting point of Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall and Enzo Maresca. From day one, it was clear that Maresca loved the way that KDH would fit into his system, and he became the main cog in the Leicester side that comfortably won the championship title. Dewsbury-Hall himself achieving 12 goals and 14 assists in the campaign. Huge numbers. So how did he fit into the Maresca system, and how is this going to look at Chelsea? Let's find out. And if you want to see my full thoughts on Maresca's system and how it will be put into place at Chelsea, you can check out this video right here. But now let's look at the positioning of Dewsbury-Hall under Enzo Maresca and how this is going to transition into his new club. So this was the standard Leicester setup off the ball last season. It was a 4-3-3 with Dewsbury-Hall at the front of that midfield three. But as we got the ball, we transitioned into this 3-2-2-3 formation. And so you can see Ricardo Pereira moving from right back into midfield, and Dewsbury-Hall would then become the left attacking 8/10 player in this system alongside Wilfred Ndidi. The wingers would push really wide and you would have your lone striker up front. This is the reason why Dewsbury-Hall was involved in so many goals and assists last season, because he was playing this very attacking role. And when we were really attacking, you would see someone like Winks play the ball forward into Dewsbury-Hall as this front 5 attacked. And he would therefore be able to have some shots at goal or potentially play in Jamie Vardy, maybe do a 1-2 with Mavididi and things like this. And we also saw some moments where the striker would drop deep and Dewsbury-Hall would take up that position that the striker has left, leading to a very long ball from a defender or the goalkeeper, and Dewsbury-Hall was in, so his runs in behind were very clever. You would also often see times where Dewsbury-Hall would be playing the ball in behind to one of the 2 wingers that is making a just massive run behind the fullback. And so in the Chelsea system, you are going to see him on the ball a lot, attempting these kind of passes and also driving forward. The key with the Maresca system is having a lot of possession and control over the ball. And so, whilst our team isn't as good as the Chelsea team, we were in the Championship and therefore we could do that. Dewsbury-Hall needs to make the step up to the Premier League. He has played in it before and he did have one solid season in it, but he didn't quite reach the level of us thinking that he was this absolute world beater. In possession at Chelsea, you could be looking at a system that ends up similar to this. You could actually end up having Nkunku up front instead of Jackson. Chilwell, Cucurella, Reece James, one of them is going to have to be an inverted fullback if they are to play. It could be Cucurella, he's done it for Spain, he did it for Poch at the end of the season, but Dewsbury-Hall's position is this left 8/10 role. So the idea is going to be to receive the ball off of Enzo Fernandez or anyone else in midfield, drive forward through the midfield to get towards the edge of the box, and then you have options, right? You can play it through to the striker, you can play it out wide, you can potentially play it all the way over to Palmer. There's going to be many ways that you can get this link-up play. And as the team pushes forward, you can see this transition into the Enzo formation, and then as they go, you can also have opportunities like this, where he runs in at the back post and can get on the end of crosses from someone like Palmer on the right-hand side. He did score some back post headers for us numerous times. And so there are definitely different ways that he is going to be involved in goal scoring for Chelsea. If he doesn't start, then to me, it's an odd signing. I don't know why you would be spending 30 mil on the guy that was the main cog for you in the Leicester system in your previous season as a manager, and then not start the guy. In terms of downsides to his game, he is very one-footed, and it is the main reason that stops him from becoming an elite-level player at this moment in time. He is very, very left-footed. So you will often see him not attempting stuff on his right and having to take that extra touch to shift the ball onto his left, which can sometimes slow down an attack or lose you an opportunity to have a shot at goal or a through ball attempt. But you will get a ridiculously high defensive work rate. He will get stuck in more than you know. If you are a Chelsea fan and you like Conor Gallagher and his work rate, you're getting another one here in KDH. He will run more than anybody on that pitch and get stuck in. He wins the ball back a lot and then he drives forward with it. It's really, really good to watch. And one other thing is that Enzo had a chat with him at the start of last season when he joined us that he needed to add more goals and assists to his game. And so he pushed him further up the field into this advanced 8/10 role, and he got a lot more goal involvements. Yes, albeit in a lower league, but still. He managed to accomplish it, and it shows that he does have the talent to do it. He is a bit inconsistent at times. I don't think you can really use the word raw for someone that is 25. It's not like it's an 18-year-old winger that loves to dribble but doesn't have an end product. He should have a little bit more consistency in his passing at this point, but he can provide multiple moments in a game even if his overall performance isn't phenomenal. And I think that is my summary of why Chelsea want Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall. I genuinely do wish Kiernan all of the best. The only reason why he is left is basically because he has to. We need the money. If we were financially sound, I firmly believe that he would have stayed for at least a season in the Premier League. If we had gone back down, then you could understand him leaving. But by all accounts from all of the top reporters, he was reluctant to leave, but knew that it would massively help the club. He's been here for so many years, like 17 years of his life. It's crazy. He loves the club, loves everything about it. Hopefully, we see him back here one day. But if not, Chelsea, please take care of one of our own. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.